Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Adam.
And these are Crack's NFL Power Rankings for the week.
Rounding out number one, of course, is Tom Brady, the Patriots quarterback who entertained us all offseason with a ongoing good versus evil battle with Commissioner Roger Goodell. Goodell decided he was going to punish Tom Brady for the deflated balls and tried to suspend him for 4 games, and Tom Brady was like, no, I'm not going to do that, and decided to go to court, and the courts were like, yeah, he shouldn't have to do that, because that's bullshit. Right?
Tom Brady won a case against the biggest villain in football, if not sports.
Yeah,
awesome.
yes.
Great.
The biggest one in real sports. I want Goodell to go from this guy who's like trying to do a good job, but he's just shitty at everything, to like, I'm going to embrace the heelness of who I am and like just be bad. That's what I want. I want Goodell to be like strolling down onto the field doing the Vince McMahon walk, for sure. Yeah, exactly. I want him to have entrance music that's probably based on some Motorhead track. I want the whole. I want all of that. I want bad pyrotechnics. I want him to have children that are somehow in the organization and nepotistically running it. I want that. That's what I want. Goodell, fix it. Instead, what we have is a guy who decided to punish a person for cheating.
Yeah. Who does like suspensions for socks and like it's just like just terrible, boring.
Right.
Not good punishments.
But the only unfortunate thing for Tom Brady is that we learned a few interesting details about him from the course of the case. Number one thing that we learned is Tom Brady has 1 million phones. Maybe more than 1 million phones.
Yes.
Because when he was asked to present his phone as evidence for this deflate scandal, he gave them 2 phones, but not the phone that he was using for the 2-month period of time in question, and acted as though, oh, you wanted that phone? Well, I'm sorry, I can't give you that phone. That phone's been destroyed. Here's 3 or 4 other ones. Do you want those ones?
Well, he has a summer phone, and he has a fall phone.
He's got a night phone. Yeah, so we learned that Tom Brady can customize his whole life around whatever phone he has, and that he is able still to manage to destroy the phones that are needed for evidence. And that was a scandal to no one. Nobody was bummed about that except for Goodell and his cronies. My favorite thing was, so when you read the transcripts of Goodell interviewing Tom Brady, he asks him, so you destroyed this phone, and can I clarify, is it because there was no more time on it? He just thinks, is that how phones work? Right. They have time on them, right? And then it runs out of time, and then you destroy them.
It means Goodell is clearly one of those bosses who anytime he needs something, he's just like, Brianna? Brianna? Just yell, and then yells it to her, and it happens.
Right. Brianna, lunch. Can you put it in my mouth? And here's the other bummer thing about it. So not only does he have 1 million phones for 1 million purposes, he also doesn't use any of them for interesting shit at all.
A bunch of Tom Brady's emails get out. We want it to be like, oh, he's crazy, and the worst things he said are like, I'm probably going to play longer than Peyton Manning, which is probably true and fine. And then also like a long exchange about, I really need a white pool cover. Tom, they can't do a white pool cover. Well, I need it to be white. No, Tom, they can only do black or gray. I need it to be white. And like, that's the worst thing
he got real demanding about his pool cover.
Emails.
Like, scandal. So he came out with this Under Armour commercial this year in which he appears as part of a clone army, I guess is the only way you can describe it.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the Star Wars prequels, and we all have, because life is hard and you know, it's the world we've got. Yeah. There's just a sea of Tom Brady's like the army of clones.
And he repeats the phrase every single day about 10 times.
Every single day.
And then from that, I'm supposed to buy a shirt because I realize, oh, there's an army of Brady clones. I better buy that so I can fit in, I guess. Also, are you a little worried that Brady's going to be playing football forever? That this cloning thing's no joke? You know what I mean? Like that they'll always have a Brady? Like that they might just have a Brady forever? I'm a little worried about that.
Like they built that new stadium to have a chamber of vats of other Bradys.
Right, exactly. That's what the taxpayers of Boston are actually paying for, is a Brady forever.
His jersey is still the #1 seller, even though the Pats have had the same jersey for 15 years, and you don't need to like get a new one.
Oh, there's one other thing I want to talk about that like really bummed me out about Tom Brady, and that is, so instead of him taking any actual punishment for it, the only people that really got punished were his assistants, the ball boys, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with the phone thing. Like, he doesn't know anything because he's got a life assistant, apparently, who's employed, and his only job is to destroy phones, it seems.
Yeah.
Right? And so that person's the person who comes under scrutiny, right? The guy who destroyed the phone.
Right.
So it just seems like if you're an NFL player, your job is to collect as many fall guys as possible, which sounds really conspiracy theorist until you see the actual video where the NFL says that.
And just in case y'all not gonna decide to do the right thing, if y'all got a crew, you got to have a fall guy in the crew.
A video the NFL shot at an NFL event for NFL rookies with Chris Carter in his NFL Hall of Fame blazer telling the rookies, listen, you need to get a fall guy right away. And even like Warren Sapp's there like, yeah, Chris, right.
Google where you ask questions. Warren and Chris is where you get answers.
And then Chris is like, you guys think I'm not telling the truth. Teddy Bridgewater,
get up here.
Teddy, come here, man. Teddy, come here, man. Come here, man. This right here is Teddy Bridgewater, Inc.
Incorporated.
Now, I let my homeboys know. Y'all want to keep rolling like this? Then I need to know who going to be the fall guy. If you going to have a crew, one of them fools got to know he going to jail.
Teddy Bridgewater, tell me you have a fall guy right now.
Now, don't you got a guy that would take care of you and that would be a good deal? Yeah. Okay, good. Go on, sit down.
Go on, sit down.
And that's an actual video that they put out. They just let people see it.
Right. Chris Carter had to apologize for it because he's a public figure. But like, it was one of those rare windows into what actually happens behind the scenes at the NFL.
Yeah.
And it turns out Ballers, not fictional enough. The show Ballers, not fictional enough. And Alex found perhaps my favorite tidbit about Tom Brady from this offseason, which is his political affiliations. Care to discuss that?
Yeah. So Tom Brady, shortly after just opposing Goodell and playing games where the entire crowd is chanting, like, where's Roger? Where's Roger? Ah, we got him. And then Tom Brady came out as a Donald Trump supporter.
Is he living vicariously through Trump? Is Trump doing the things he wishes he was doing? You know what I mean? Like, man, I wish I could have hair that was like crazy, but I got to have this regular handsome guy haircut.
Yeah.
So maybe Trump's doing it for me.
Well, and you were saying, like, also Brady is a well-known front runner who's spent most of the year having his phone and email situation very carefully poured over.
Right. Yes, exactly. So wouldn't you think that would make him a Hillary guy?
Right. We've talked quite a bit about Brady. How are you feeling now?
I think
that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I don't feel great about him still being number one, honestly. So maybe we'll do an impromptu, audible.
An audible.
Hey. A football move.
Okay.
And change.
With graphics.
That's right. Change our power rankings. Maybe put them down to 4, not 5. Not 5, no.
No.
Number 4.
Number 5.
Leaving at number 1.
Hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs. Great.
Yeah. They're good. I like hot dogs.
We should have just done hot
dogs.
I
mean, they're almost real meat anyway.
Well, and we know what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no controversy.
Surprises.
It's exactly what you think it should be. Maybe we won't show this episode.
We might not get to.
No.
Because
our bosses were mad about it.
Yeah, it didn't.
No. They beat us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching our NFL Power Rankings.
What do you think should be number 1 next time? If we get to, because
it's looking like nachos, but like not. It might be
nachos. You're in a nachos mood?
I mean, think about that.
I had nachos yesterday.
Okay, well,
so
that's a problem.
It's subjective.
No, yeah, that's fair. You can see we need ideas. Please help us out in the comments below, and we'll definitely read them. And like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.
Enchiladas. It should be enchiladas.